All right, so we're gonna start to assemble our composite vase. So we have our base that's been thrown and trimmed, and then we have our top, which has been thrown and not trimmed, and we're gonna put them together today. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my fettling knife and I'm gonna clean up the inside edge of my top. So that way I'm just gonna run my fettling knife across it. Just gonna take away a little bit of that excess clay. We will be putting a coil on the inside, so we don't want to let this get too thick. Okay. So you see how we have a little bit of an overhang? That's okay. That's not a big deal. So I'm just going to check my placement of it. I'm going to spin my wheel around. I'm going to make sure that everything's kind of fitting where it should, and it's pretty good here. So now I'm going to go ahead and score and slip it on. I like to use this tool because I think it's rather quick. Score your base, score your top, apply the slip rather liberally. Do this with a paintbrush if you don't like touching wet clay, but you're all in ceramics, so it shouldn't bother you. Okay. Then you're going to just place your top on. Now this needs a little bit of love still. This is not ready to go. So you can use a wooden tool. You may use the back of a spoon. You can use any tool that you like. You can use your fingers, but I like to use tools. And you're going to blend your whole outside in. Make sure you're supporting the inside of your seam with your hand, because if not, you might crush it inward, and you want to keep it nice and even. If you have a little bit of excess, don't worry, we're going to trim that stuff later.
When you edit this part of the video, you should like make it super fast.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll get to that when I do my iMovie.
But yeah, where you can like have it like, then it would just be like, you know?
If you have a little bit of an overhang, you can run your rib across it to just take a little bit of excess off. And then go ahead and blend it down. I shouldn't see a seam at all on the outside. Okay, so that looks kind of ugly there, but don't worry about it. We're going to go back and fix it later. Now what I need to do is I need to put a coil on the inside. I want everyone to sport their interior with a coil. So, my scratching tool just go. I'm going to take my rib. I'm going to
switch the view.
Score
Put it in the inside.
my inside. Sorry, can you turn it? There we go.
We can edit this in the editing room. I got you.
So I'm going to score the inside here. Alright, so my inside's nice and scored. I have a coil ready to go. I'm going to score my coil. Your coil shouldn't be too thick, because if it's too thick, you're going to have to kind of blend it in anyway, so make it a nice thin one. Slip your whole inside. And then place your coil directly on that seam. You might have a little, I have a little too much, but it's okay. All right. Now that coil can't just sit there nice and fat. You have to really blend it. So really support the outside edge of your clay. Do not let it kind of bubble out. And you might get a little breakage of your seam, but you can go back and blend that in, so don't worry about it. A little bit more. And you want it to really blend in with the walls of your clay. Coils.
Like pottery, like coils?
Mm-hmm. So see how I kind of broke my seam here a little bit? It started to pop. That's all right. All I'm going to do is hold my piece up, and I can use my tool to blend this. I can use my hands to blend it. I'm just going to re-blend that seam here on the outside. So, if this was a perfect world, I'd let you all come back in 20 minutes after this is kind of dry, and then we can start to trim it. So we're gonna just wait till next time. And what I'm gonna do is next time, I'm going to center this piece upright on the wheel, just like this. And then we're just gonna run our loop tool over it and really smooth it out. We're gonna smooth it with a sponge, we're gonna smooth it with your loop tool, and we're gonna smooth it with your rib. But I have a significant amount of blending to do. It's gonna take you a little bit of time to really blend the inside and blend the outside. Then it must be leather hard before you go ahead and start to trim it. So when you're done, and when it's trimmed, it's like the magic of television here. You shouldn't be able to see your seam at all, and it should be nice and smooth. The inside should also be nice and smooth, and you shouldn't be able to see the coil.
Tune in next week for how to blend.